Hey guys, welcome back to Star Trek Armada 3, Call to Arms, Cardassian playthrough. And where we left off, a brutal battle with the Klingons just began to commence. Not a pretty one, I will tell you that. Although the Klingons are greatly, I don't want to say outnumbered, but we do have fortifications, which will prove useful if they're not destroyed like that. Now, we have been sitting here for a long time, and we have failed to launch a successful counterattack for many reasons. Unfortunately, one of those being the fact that we are incapable of launching that counterattack because we're stuck here on the defensive. Now, I wouldn't really be bothered by this too much if it wasn't for the single fact that we have been doing this for 3 hours, maybe 2.5, sitting here on the defensive. We can't push the Klingons out anywhere. I think what I am going to do is I will scout what's happening here. I need these all-set classes to get online. And I'd like to build a Terram class. Now over here, the Klingons they attacked my asteroid, and they're going to come back over here, and they're going to begin re-attacking my fleet. We have the replica of the Dreadnought and the Dreadnought itself to help out with this. Oh god. Now, as you can see, the Klingons are not having the greatest time. Just because we have so many, it's not that we have so many ships, we're just all clumped together, which is always a difficult task, but we also have a starbase. Although, we do need to pull this Dreadnought out of the front line. It needs to get a little farther back. Just because the shields are coming or going down. Also, we have our we have constructors here, but we have the all-set class, which is going to help us with the or should hopefully help us with the stupid fighters that the Klingons are so kind to send out. The starbase has seen better days shield-wise. And I suppose that is one of the reasons why I'd like to get a scout out and about. So hopefully we can move this front line to somewhere else. What I'd like to do is I'd like this station to keep fending off the enemies, but I'd like to conquer another planet. And hopefully with that we'll be able to increase our resources. Or it may be a lost cause that will end us completely. But frankly, at this point, we've got to start taking some risks. Now, as you can see, we do have chances here of succeeding. As you can see, we have just destroyed the Klingon fleet that was around us. And here's more on their way. There are explosions everywhere, as these asset classes have successfully eradicated the Klingons that were bothering me. The small Klingon ships. Now here we have just lost the Galo class because the cursed General Martok, or at least one of his class ships, is here to ensure that I'm miserable. Perhaps we should upgrade the station. Oh, we can't afford it. Alright. They're just rushing, hoping for something. But it's not going well for any Klingon ship that comes by. This is... And yeah, I know I was silent there, guys. I'm just concentrating. I'm trying to figure out what my next move should be. Now, what I need to do is, we have our set classes. I need to find... Oh no, why are they moving? We have a break, it looks. The Klingon assault has been hindered, it looks, for the moment. And we're going to use this advantage to try and take out some of these predator classes around the planet. Perhaps you're right. Dreadnought believes that these Klingons are no match for us. And I hope that they are right. So, I conveniently cannot find the scout that I made, so we'll just request a new Terran class. But I still would like to look around. There's an OSSET class, there's an OSSET class. Oh, there's the Terran class. Alright, so, let's see, I'd like to scout this planet. Now, with that in mind, I want these guys falling back here, except for this one. Ooh, I'm curious. I wonder if I can research this. Then what I can do is I can spread my culture to these planets, and what this will do is it will force them to uncolonize, and then I'll just have to take out their defenses. But if I can continue to spread my culture throughout the galaxy like that, that will hopefully cripple the Klingon economy. Alright. But it looks like the Klingons have mobilized a small fleet that they're hoping will take me out. Now we have a Brel-class cruiser here. The Brel is the most common Klingon ship, although not the most powerful. But, alright. We have our fleet here. We could really go with some new... Oh. Have we warped? Alright. So inspecting this area, we can see this planet's somewhat vulnerable. This planet isn't even building... Oh, are these ships? These are just mines. This planet is purely an economic planet. And it also has a trade port and a refinery. This is a really good lithium planet, or dilithium. They actually have a stronger military in here than I do. That bothers me, but we're still holding on, which is good. Now, Gaylord classes will engage and just destroy. Oh wow, that's a really cool Klingon ship. Or hopefully we'll just destroy any Klingons that decided to take place or take part in this invasion. Now, let's see. I think we can hopefully spare these ships. Well, we have the technology we wanted. Let us take a look at seeing what it will cost us to make a doctrine center. And we'll put that doctrine center right there. Start spreading Cardassian cultures throughout the galaxy. Klingon suffered another disgraceful or dishonorable defeat. The amount of nuclear bombs going off at this planet is way too high. I honestly don't know how anybody could still be living here. Well, there isn't anyone living here. Everybody who was on this planet is now on the station. I believe we did lose my set classes, which is always awful. Now these doctrine centers will hopefully start the spread of Klingon culture in this area. Logistics is full. Logistics is full. Alright. Well, we can only spread culture from this planet, as it's the only planet without full logistics. Oh, never mind. Logistics are now full. What a surprise. We should probably work on its tactical development while I'm thinking about that. Just because the more turrets that I can build around the station, the more secure I'm going to feel about sending ships away from the station. Just because this cruiser needs to heal up. I'm sure our Gaylor classes could just use a nice planetary bombarding trip. Frankly, colonizing a new planet, our economy isn't that good to begin with. Although, I would. What worlds? We're getting no money from Wabash, alright. But we have some other worlds. They are not upgraded, alright. Let's sell some dilithium and let us continue to upgrade. Or let's cancel the upgrade of this world, just because I believe the moon is less. And that will neutralize it. Hopefully. Right, so we're going to start spreading our Cardassian culture. Oof. Klingons. Ugh. Now, this means we need to start investing in our orbital defense, which is our repair facilities and our orbital facilities, which attack and defense stations. Threat detection and sensor scrambler. Alright, these are all good. These are all good. Now, I wonder how... I don't need a planetary siege ship. Although those would be nice. Now, the Gortons. Let's take a look at what the Gortons do and how much they cost. A Gorton ship uses 6 supply. Not quite as powerful as the, it's a support in general combat. Now, what is that? Ooh, wow. 8 supply. Huh. Alright. Slightly less powerful than the Gaylors, but I can get more of them out for a cheaper price, it looks like. Now, where do I get these? Ah. Ah, these are Cardassians. Alright. Just by choosing the Dominion Alliance, I can no longer use... There's some ships that are locked to me now. Alright, here we have the IKS Kang, a Ravenous class. And we had the IKS Kang, it's now gone. We had some ships supporting the IKS Kang, but those are gone as well, for the most part. Just some Katingas and some Corelli, but nothing too big. Now, I was working on the strategics of this planet. I'd like to begin adding some more defenses to the station. Now, the Klingons seem very fond of attacking me from this one direction, which is not a nice thing, I'll tell you. But that means all we have to do is build some turrets in this direction, and well, say the Klingons will just end up having a bad time. Hopefully. They're attacking my doctrine center, which I don't like. Our culture has reached this planet, and hopefully has limited it. Now, let's use some money I have. Build one of these bad boys. Or not so bad boys. And it's a good time that we got these defenses in, as the Klingons now have a brand new fleet, with Martok himself being a meanie face. And these new turrets will be really nice in defending. Yeah, any Klingon that tries to get near the station is gonna have to say hello to little friend. Now, I believe that's the bridge section of the IKS Kang right there. Not having a nice time. The Klingon ships are moving towards us, I believe, just slowly. And now we could definitely go with some more anti-fighters just to protect the area. So let's order some set classes. And now, what squadrons do I have? Purely fighters, alright. Klingons must just have a lot more of those. I had another cannon class, it looks like. Had being the key word there. Okay, so here comes the beginning of the new Klingon forces. Everybody begins to open fire. The turrets have not. The turrets are turning and engaging. Great. Those Klingon ships are not looking so good about now. Martok breached through our first line here. Not being such a nice Martok, but he is going to go down soon. And here comes the next wave of Klingon ships. Just being engaged by our turrets now. Also by our Gaylord classes. Martok has run off because he's a wimp. And now we have all these Klingon ships. So this is good, and we have some improved defenses in this area now. This is always a good thing. Although I would like to raise the credits so I can improve the defenses and weapon systems at the station. But I really would like to just make some progress in the effort of getting away from this single front line. That's where I believe we should start working. Now, that was just nice. It was just a quick assault there. And let's select this. Oh. Well, let's do this. I'd like this, and I'd like him, and I like these three. As well as this dreadnought. I'd like you guys to leave the fleet and then create your own fleet. Now I'd like you to go here. Now let's try launching a counterattack against the Klingons. I would also like to learn how to make these stations, since I think this is going to be very useful. We also could do some upgrades. No, we lost, or no, they lost a ship, my bad. I almost thought we had a casualty, but then I remembered that we were just too good for those Klingons. Now, frankly, beating the Klingons in this difficulty is going to be quite an accomplishment, if we can pull it off. And right now, I have hope. Because if we're lucky, this planet won't even need to be conquered, because I've been going through it. with my friendly culture. Right. Friendly culture is going to overthrow this planet soon. So, let us try and intercept this Nukja and this Quebec. After that, we'd like to attack this refinery and trade port. Now, friendly culture will soon overthrow that planet. Well, this planet must be another story, or the same story. Alright. So this Quebec is probably off to go warn the other Klingons. Now, I wonder, will I have to send a colony ship? Because I would not be the biggest fan of that. Alright, so we got Klingon. It just looks like more trouble, really. I'd like another Gaylord on the scene. Now, we almost done research. We're almost done with that. I'm hoping that will give us access to fighters, because that would be useful. Alright. So I'm just hoping that we can take out this Quebec class, which shouldn't be too bad. And these two Klingon ships should be no match for my Gaylord classes, as well as the Dreadnought itself. Although I do believe that I should do this, and then we should attack this guy. Or perhaps we should engage these guys and take out those Klingon ships, just as we need to. This planet has 1% allegiance, and that is dropping. Alright. They now have 0% allegiance. Now this colony is neutralized. The Klingons are starting to send a relatively large amount of forces into that area. And oh no, the Klingons are now attempting to counter our culture, it looks like. That is too bad. We're going to leave this area for now, just because the Klingons have sent in a decent amount of reinforcements. But I believe that research is finished, and we can now build these defense stations. Do we not have enough tactical slots where we can just upgrade tactical development there? They don't really have a lot of room anymore, huh? We've been fighting that many Klingons. Let's just take a look at what these defense stations do, since I'm not too familiar with that myself. My hope is that these are fighters, because if I can get enough fighters out, we can combat the Klingon fighters more easily, and give the station's fighters a break to regenerate. As you can see there, they were defeated, and they're not really having a break. Also, the more defense I can feel about leaving it. Klingon culture is soon going to be entering our planet, and frankly I would like if we could counter it, but logistic development is already full because we have built all of this right here. Oof, alright. That'd be an awful way to lose. Culture. Alright, so we're gonna send these Klingons. These Klingons are gonna come in right into our brand new defenses. Well, I wouldn't call them brand new. These are the brand new defenses, and I'd like to see what these things can do. Construction work is complete. Alright, so these are kind of just support things, really. Which is disappointing. Completely. Do I not get access to fighters then? Now, I really would enjoy it if I could build more than one starbase, but I don't think that's going to be the case. No, the starbase constructor is that right there. Now we're going to see if we can just sneak a starbase into a Klingon territory. I've done it before, and when it works, it's really nice. Alright, so here we have one of Gowron's ships, Gowron himself. And now here we have Kern, which is Worf's brother, son of Moog.
Hostile fleet has arrived.
See how long it's going to be on this constructor. Oh, it's done. I believe this is it. No, that is not it. This would be it. That is also not it. I'm looking for a Miral class constructor. Miral class. Miral. Wonder where it would have gone.
Hostile fleet has arrived.
Green. There it is. It's just a little out there. How much money does it take to fund a starbase? We just don't have enough. That's fine. We'll just put the Miral over there. Let's reroute these guys. Kind of in here. I'd also like this guy here. And, well, you're gonna move out too, so you just go here. Now, as you can see, we are dealing with a major fighter battle here. And our fighters have had a little time to regenerate, but frankly, I don't think it's enough. Let's take a look at the station. Oh, okay, yeah, they've had enough time. We've got a full set of fighters right there. Now, what I'd like to do is that we want to conquer, and what that station will do is the Klingons will be busy attacking that, so that will prevent them from sending us reinforcements to here, which in turn will give us time to reinforce or to kill the guys we have here, and hopefully launch a counterattack. This is just an idea, of course. I have no idea at all if this will work. But I'm becoming pretty determined to beat these Klingons. Alright, so we could just use a little more tritanium. Slowly but steadily we'll get that. Alright, so here comes another Klingon fleet. Now, let's see how our defenses do. So far it looks like nobody's gotten into weapon range. The first shots fired by the Gaylord classes. That ship in the front is really in for a bad time. They're going to target that one Gaylord class, it looks like, which is probably going to go down here. Now, you can see all those little explosions, and those little explosions are, I believe, fighters. They're kind of penetrating the lines. Kinda, not really. You can see this ship here. It must have been, it looks like it was a Ravenous class. It's no longer a Ravenous class, it's just rubble. You can see the majority of the Klingon ships, they're all falling down, at least one by one. As the station opens a volley of torpedoes. I believe that is Kern. I believe the Ravenous may have been Gowron himself. No, Gowron would have warped out, so I don't know where Gowron is. Perhaps that's Gowron. Either way, it looks like it's got a defeat for the Cardassians. Not a defeat, a victory again for the Cardassians. Now, I'd like to set up diplomacy with the Klingons, but as it said, the Klingons hate me very much because of my military actions mainly. Now, it's not my fault that they invaded my territory and continuously send fleets towards me. Apparently it is, though, in Klingon land. The station hasn't gone on an assault like this, so our shields are starting to look better. But let's take a look at this, what is it? Merrill class. Which has the ability to deploy another space dog. Which is nice. Now, with that ability, I would like to perhaps get one right here. Ah, that means I have the maximum amount in this gravity well. I thought it was going to let me construct another one, and I got really excited because that would be really nice. And now you can hear the screams and devastation of anybody still on this planet. And they're also stealing the income of the planet with the Gowron's ship, which isn't doing very well. You know, I almost turned the difficulty down a little bit before starting this video, just like... But I want to say, if we can't make a difference after this video, I'm going to turn it down a bit. And perhaps I'll turn it back up after we start making a comeback. We just need... there's no reason that we should have the economy like we have now and already have these upgrades. Alright, so this is not a very defensive area, it looks like. And they don't really have a heavy ship to go against me right now if I order this constructor to build a space dog. Although there is obviously going to be resistance, just not too severe. This will also let me do is next time I lose a Galo class, I can start building a couple in here. Now this station will likely become a priority for the Klingons. Now, what we need to do is we need to get rid of Gowron's ship because, frankly, it's just really annoying. All right, the space dock is looking okay. They've just got some squadrons on it, which are semi-annoying. Gowron's ship is, or should be, fleeing. I know I would be fleeing if I saw the Cardassian Dominion fleet engaging me like this, and hopefully we can get him far away. Now, he is retreating to the safety of the Klingon fleet. He's not going to make it. The Klingon fleet is going to engage the Cardassian fleet, and hopefully it will end in the Klingon defeat. Gowron's ship is going to warp out here, you can see. And we now have... Ooh, they had a capital ship. Had a capital ship. Right, now the Klingons are suffering losses here. That is a fact. This ship just went down. This ship is over. These ships here are slowly losing their hull integrity, and they may have thought we were vulnerable here, but as our station defenses have proven, we are not vulnerable at the station, not with our new defenses at least, which are doing their job very well. Although not as good as a whole fleet of ships does, but you know, stuff happens. I suppose this is just going to prove to me that my defense turrets are as good as I was hoping. Or they're going to do their job as much as I had hoped they would. Now let's take a look really quick at what's going on with the station I tried building, or I'm trying to build. The station is slowly but surely completing its construction, and the Klingons haven't really done a thing about it, which they'll come to regret, hopefully. Now let's take a look to see how much time we've added onto this game. 3:11. We are now at 3:43. Oh wow, I've only been going for like 20 minutes. Oh, we'll keep going a little longer. Attacking Klingon Predator classes, slowly but surely, wiping out the Klingons that are attacking my planet, which has been somewhat of a nuisance since the initial attack. Also, this planet is recaptured, it looks like, but with minimal lesions.
What is your wish?
A hostile fleet has arrived.
Now this is good. These Predator classes, unfortunately, will open up slots for the Klingons, but I'll just be able to start regrowing this planet, I guess you could say. Actually, no. No. We're gonna keep these ships here. And if you may be asking yourselves why, it's because of what I just said. These are using up slots that the Klingons use to build ships. Now, unfortunately, my fleet is so powerful that I took out a little more than I was hoping to in that last assault. But if we leave these Predator classes as they are, they'll continue to bombard this planet. But what that will do is that will leave me... Oh no. Oh no. Klingon culture is starting to get to Jaron Nor. Obviously the Klingons have thought this through. Now I'm going to use my money to build another constructor, as well as let us build a Terran class. And I'm going to see what is actually going on around here. And it looks like they have some doctrine centers here, or whatever they're called, for the Cardassians, that we need to deal with, because it could be threatening. Now what do we have here? Yep, they're building propaganda stations right here. And see what that is? That is not nice at all. Now I would like to build a construction base. Oh no, let's not do that now. The Jem'Hadar support, it was a really nice ability. Didn't come too handy though. Alright. We just completed all ship production, meaning we now have a Terran class, which I'm going to call to go spy on what's going on here. Now we also have a constructor, which I'm just casually going to send out over here as I sell some dilithium. There we go. We can now construct it as soon as it gets to its destination, if it makes it to its destination. Which hopefully it should, although I wouldn't count on it. Yeah, the Klingons are chasing it. Have they engaged the constructor? Let's get the constructor out of here. I don't think it's going to make it. Alright, so we're going to have to rethink that. Build another constructor when we get a chance. Just because, yep, it's down. So let us... Does it really cost 2K to build one of those? Wow. Alright. Now they're attacking a Galo class. Unfortunately for me, I don't have too many Ossa classes. It looks like I lost several of them. And that's not a good thing. Now that ship's gonna start making its way out of here. So let's, while the fighting happens there, we'll have you move there, and then we'll have you move there, and from there we'll have you move to there. Now hopefully that will get it to where it needs to go safely. Now, did I just lose a ship, or did the Klingons lose another ship? I'm going to take it as the Klingons lost another ship. Frankly, when you're losing this many ships, you have a problem. Like, you have a serious problem. And the Klingons should either build their dreadnought or just give up. Because these are... I mean, I would call for a peace treaty after taking so many oh boy. See, they're sending in a lot more ships, and I really don't want a Vorcha class. Because it comes in with all these little dagger squadrons, which make me upset. They're also trying to deal with this planet. Oh boy, they're dealing with all my planets through their stupid, what's it called? Propaganda centers. Which means I'm going to take some Gaylords and I'm going to have them intercept these propaganda centers. Or at least those ones. This morale class is slowly making its way. My fighters are once again exhausted. Now I have an asset class somewhere. I don't know where it is at the moment. Let's just go look for it.
All stations ready.
Oh, it's kind of just sitting. These Gaylord classes need directions. The directions are going to be to engage that Corelli and wipe it out, but then I also want that propaganda station gone.
Hostile fleet has arrived.
From there, they'll serve as the defense for the station, which frankly has been going really well lately. And our Dreadnought's max level. That's how many Klingons we have fought, and that's kind of sad. Now we have a whole Klingon fleet coming in again, but it's made up of these, and I believe these are carriers. Yeah, these are Klingon carriers, and that's why they have the Klingons primarily are using these carriers. Goes the dynamite. Klingon ships going down, slowly but surely. And now, let us save here. And I'm going to call this an episode. This has been an episode primarily of scheming on what we're going to do against the Klingons. Next episode, I believe, is I'm hoping that we'll be able to, our counterattack will start being able to take place, and that Cardassia will be able to make a comeback. So I have been the Finkle 11, and you have been watching me play Star Trek Armada 3. If you enjoyed this episode, hit the like button, subscribe, comment, show your support and your ideas, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.